Very great friend of mine called John Taylor, lives in California. John's a fine, fine Scottish fiddle player. And he told me this story the last time I was out producing an album for him. And, you know, oral transmission of stuff is very important. So we did this in the proper Scottish way. Each of us with a frozen margarita in his pool. And John originally hails from a little town called Buckie. Little harbour town up in the northeast of Scotland. And when he and his brother were both 11 years old, the family moved to a new house on the harbour. And in his bedroom, he found this fantastic 15-foot blueprint of a 5-masted barkentine. The house had belonged to a sailmaker who had gone bankrupt, and this had been left behind. All through his childhood and his adolescence, John kept this drawing. And of course, as kids, they'd fantasized about it. What kind of ship had it been? What kind of voyages had it made? Had it been a pirate ship? All that sort of stuff. Only when he came to San Jose and worked in the computer industry for a while did he have the leisure to thoroughly research it. And he got an awful shock. The ship was called the Copenhagen. And the Copenhagen was originally launched for the Royal Navy, the British Navy, in 1918. But because it was the end of the First World War, it was surplus to requirements, so they sold it to the Danish Navy, who used it as a sail training ship. And they did their sail training of their officer cadets in a very serious way. They sent the ship round the world with a full complement of crew, 35 sailors, and 120 sailing cadets, aged between 14 and 21. And that ship had to do proper trading voyages. In 1928, between Melbourne in Australia and Rio de Janeiro, with a cargo of barley, the ship went down in the South Atlantic with all hands. Most unusual shipwreck. Nothing was ever found. Not a mast, not a spar, not a hat, not a bit of paper, nothing. Modern speculation is that the barley cargo was breached in some way and took on, when barley gets breached, when barley gets waterlogged, it's 5 times its own weight and it's 3 times its original size. So it may have sprung timbers, or it may just simply have made the ship too heavy to handle in a big storm. Whatever, it went down. So John was devastated, and he said that it took him a long time to come to terms with this, and eventually he decided that it was a story that kind of had to be told, and that his rationalization for it was that once in a while the sea takes a few hostages just to remind us that we should never take it for granted. That's what this song's about. Chorus goes like this. She's saying, "Sailmaker, sailmaker, rig me a sail that never will falter and never will fail, to speed the broad dreams of childhood through tempest and gale, and find the Copenhagen safe in our harbour." You get it. A bare Buckie attic, swept clear of all blank sight. A laddie finds a drawing by a hand baith rough and fine. A blueprint for the sails of a shapely barkentine that would fly like a wild goose on the wind. And as he sleeps, the bonny visions run before his eyes. Proud prow that cleaves the waters, white sails so full of sky. From the Faroe Islands to Fiji, St. Kilda to Shanghai, the oceans call him, the waves enthrall him, and in his innocence he never thinks what sorrows might befall him. Sailmaker, sailmaker, rig me a sail that never will falter and never will fail, to speed the broad dreams of childhood through tempest and gale, find the Copenhagen safe in our harbour. To marry wind and water, taught her for training and for trade. She was proud as any princess, meek as any maid, but she was ransomed by the jealous eye of fortune's fickle jade, to the deep and the cold arms of Neptune. For the South Atlantic storm that pulled her down below the waves took 100 prentice sailor lads, say young and braw and brave. When they mercy and they mark her for their dark and distant graves, they lie deep under, lives torn asunder, leaving the sad shores of Jutland to weep and to wonder. Sail maker, bring me a sail that never will falter and never will fail, to speed the broad dreams of childhood through tempest and gale, find a Copenhagen safe in her harbour. A fine fiddler stands at the dawning of the day, looking out the painted houses that look out the Frisco Bay, remembering the painted houses many seas away, looking out the lights of Bucky's lonely haven. For now he knows the truth of the drawing that he found, that the crew of the Copenhagen's dreams are dead and drowned, and the fathom of his own dreams well echo to the sound of the ocean's roar upon that safe sound shore, that their young hearts and hopes should have found forevermore. Come on, let me hear you sing. Sail maker, rig me a sail that never will falter and never will fail, to speed the broad dreams of childhood through tempest and gale, find the Copenhagen safe in her harbour. Does the eye of a perfect storm e'er shed a perfect tear for the lives it has stolen, so perfect and dear, as it counts every sailor it has gathered through the years, to the grim well of the deep's perfect sorrow? Or are a Bucky laddie's dreams to salve the conscience of the sea, to make the terror of the tides less dark to you and me? Or are the crew of the Copenhagen's lives the bitter fee that we must find, so deep entwined in every dream of every ocean we can never leave behind? Sail maker, rig me a sail that never will falter and never will fail, to speed the broad dreams of childhood through tempest and gale, find the Copenhagen safe in her harbour. Come on, sing it again. Sail maker, rig me a sail that never will falter and never will fail, to speed the broad dreams of childhood through tempest and gale, find the Copenhagen safe in her harbour. Sail maker, rig me a sail. Sail maker, rig me a sail. Sail